What is going on, guys? In today's video I will show you the top 3 best builds in Grounded 2. So in this guide I will give you a quick overview of each setup, then I will explain what are their pros and cons, then how do their key mechanics work, then even what weapons and armor should you focus on, and on top of it, what trinkets and mutations should you set up, and much more. Overall, these builds will require little to no investment in order to work properly. They are ideal for newer players or for someone who just wants to have fun, while dominating 99% of the content. Also, if you're interested in buying other PC or console games with 50 or 70% discount, then check out Instant Gaming. For example, I want to buy Elden Ring, so we just click on Add to Cart, then click Pay, then input our details and pay. After payment is complete, we will receive activation key, then copy and paste the key in, and it's that simple. So what are you waiting for? Click my link in the description and check out Instant Gaming for yourself. So let's start with the first one, which is the fighter build. This setup is all about holding the line and delivering punishing counterattacks. As a frontline powerhouse, you are the anchor in any skirmish, so taking blows, stunning enemies, and turning the tide with a brute strength. Your durability makes you a menace in prolonged fights, while the focus on crowd control and retaliation mechanics will let you maintain pressure without constantly needing to retreat or heal. So let's take a look at the armor, and for tanking and controlling the flow of battle, the snail shell armor set is unmatched. Its high damage resistance, added threat generation for team play, and the block stun reduction make it ideal for soaking up damage. The full set bonus, the retaliation, supercharges your playstyle by unleashing a powerful shockwave after multiple successful blocks, which is perfect for clearing multiple enemies in close quarter combat. However, before unlocking this tier 3 gear, the tier 2 Ladybug set is a fantastic stepping stone. It provides solid defenses, stats, healing boosts, and blocking bonuses, making it a reliable protection in the early to mid game stages. Then next we have weapons, and the Roach Club is your main damage dealer. Its heavy hitting attacks and the high stun rate make it perfect for disabling enemies and keeping the upper hand. You want to pair it with the Scarlet Aegis shield, which is a tanky option with enhanced block stat and the heavy shield mod, which helps you to withstand repeat attacks without flinching. However, again, until you unlock the top tier weapon, the Crimson Saber alongside the Lady Guard shield makes for a solid combo of offense and defense. And for players who want a heavier playstyle, then the Red Ant Club is a high damage two-hander, though it sacrifices block efficiency in exchange. Next up we have our trinket, and when playing solo, you want to prioritize trinkets that bolster your defenses. The ROC Nullifier is a standout option for reducing incoming damage from the ROC enemies. In multiplayer, the sturdy shell shines. It increases aggro regeneration and reduces friendly fire damage, allowing you to effectively tank hits for your allies without becoming a liability. Then for mutations, the Smasher enhances your club attacks with the bonus stun power, which is great for controlling fights. Then Parry Master is a strong early game mutation that gives you extra stamina when perfectly blocking, which is essential for maintaining your block combo rhythm. Then Cardio Fan is critical in this build by boosting stamina regen so you can keep swinging blocks and dodging efficiently. Then on top of it, we need to get Frenzy, which you can get after defeating the Masked Stranger. That enhances your damage after taking hits, which will turn you into a wrecking ball once combat begins. So while we are talking about the gameplay, let's take a look at it. As the fighter, your role is clear, so charge into combat, then draw enemy attention and maintain the pressure. You want to absorb damage through the well-timed blocks and immediately retaliate with the high impact swings. The build thrives on close quarter dominance, where a blocked attack becomes the opening for a devastating counterattack, so use your shockwave attack to disrupt enemy clusters and follow that up with the heavy combos. Every hit you take fuels your fury, and every block you land opens the door for a crushing response. Then next we have the Mage build. This setup thrives on efficient stamina management and consistent range damage output. Built for relentless offense, you will be constantly launching fireballs or charging up the high damage blasts, while maintaining stamina to stay aggressive. The playstyle is focused on sustaining magical pressure, while mitigating enemy retaliation with a good positioning and stamina optimization. Then for armor, the ideal gear is a hybrid, so the eye patch for increased flat damage, paired with the ropes and boots from the sizzling set. This combo provides excellent offensive utility with the Mage armor, which lowers stamina cost for the magic attacks, and sizzle reduction, helping you to handle environmental hazards and the sizzle inflicting enemies. The eye patch alone will dramatically improve your damage scaling due to your high attack frequency. If you're leaning towards survivability, then swap the eye patch with a butterfly circlet. It provides a level of frosty focus, granting a high level defensive buff after a perfect parry. And then next up we have the weapon, and your main one is the Scorching Orb. This tool is devastating with its wide aerial sizzle effect and strong tracking on basic projectiles. Charged attacks are especially deadly, igniting multiple enemies and layering the groundwork for the burn-based damage over time. On top of that, any edible creature you defeat will instantly drop the cooked meat, which in result will boost your longevity in the field and help sustain your HP and hunger. Then next we have the Trinket, and the astonishing Acid Trinket will synergize beautifully with the Scorching Orb. It significantly increases the damage of your third attack in a combo, which is already the hardest hitting one, making your full attack cycle far more lethal. It's easy to craft and can later be swapped out for riskier but more rewarding trinket if you prefer a high risk / high reward type of playstyle. Next we have Mutations, and the Vital Wizard is your main damage buff. It amplifies your sizzle based attacks, which you will be triggering constantly. Then the Cardio Fan is just as crucial, which will ensure that you're never low on stamina for your next volley or the fireballs or a quick dodge. The Mage's performance hinges on a stamina uptime, which makes the Cardio Fan one of the most important mutations in the build. And then finally we have our gameplay. You want to start every fight by leading with a charged shot to apply sizzle. Once the target is burning, you want to follow that up with the rapid basic attacks to maintain the pressure and capitalize on the Vital Wizard buff. Keep yourself at the mid-range for maximum effectiveness, so close enough to land projectiles reliably, but far enough to react to incoming attacks. You'll always be spending stamina, no matter if you're attacking, dashing or blocking, so stay active and keep the fireballs flying. And now for the last one we have the Rogue build. This setup is all about speed, precision and critical damage, designed for players who prefer a fast-paced hit-and-run style of combat. This build excels at quickly eliminating threats before they can even retaliate. You will dart in, land high critical hits, and vanish before the enemy can react. It's a glass cannon archetype with a heavy focus on mobility, timing and a burst potential. So let's start with armor, and your best choice here is the Weaver armor set. With the 3 stacks of the Rogue armor and the dual slashers, this set boosts your critical hit chance significantly, especially during the multiple strike combos and the dash attacks. Though lacking in the raw defenses, it makes up for it with aggressive stat bonuses that reward a skilled nimble playstyle. You'll want to rely on dodges and perfect parries to stay alive, which makes positioning and timing very essential. Next up we have weapons, and the Wolfsbane Bangs are your endgame weapon of choice. They offer fantastic base damage, bonus venom ticks and the highest critical hit chance among the daggers. You can unlock them by analyzing materials dropped from the wolf spiders. However, before you get your hands on them, the Weaver daggers make an excellent alternative. They still offer strong damage and high crit rates, especially for fast combo chains. Then next up we have the Trinket, and the Volatile Capacitator is the perfect for this setup, by adding shock damage to each melee strike. This not only increases your overall DPS, but also synergizes well with your multi-hit dagger attacks. It's particularly effective against ROC enemies, letting you shred through their ranks quickly. Then next we have Mutations, and Assassin is your go-to option. It dramatically boosts your critical damage and the chance, and gives you a kill trigger buff that further snowballs your momentum in a fight. Ambush will complement this well by increasing the damage of the sneak attacks, making it possible to take out even the tougher enemies before they even realize who hit them. And for pre-fight prep, use the Sticky Liquid Rage to boost your damage just before initiating, as it is ideal for ambush kills and the burst openings. And then finally, let's take a look at the gameplay. The Rogue thrives on speed and critical bursts. You want to start each fight by engaging with a stealthy dash or a backstab to trigger the crit bonus, and then unleash a flurry of dagger strikes. Try to stay in motion, so constantly dodge and reposition to avoid being locked down. With your high crit rate and fast attack speed, you'll often land critical hits that can chain into your next target. So pick your battles, aim for weak points, and never let the enemies corner you. If you play it right, then they won't even get a chance. So, let me know what you think about these builds in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, then you definitely don't want to miss my previous video, where I showed you the top 7 best grounded 2 based locations, and much more. So click the screen now, and I'll see you in the next one.